So, hello everybody, and welcome to the new Yoga studio. You can't see here, but I'm actually in my attic in my daughter's bedroom, and this is where I'm going to be teaching my classes for the next 2 weeks. It's a small little space, but it's absolutely fine. It's going to do the job, and it's a really nice learning curve for all of us to realize that we can practice yoga absolutely anywhere. We don't need to be down the village in the studio. We don't need fancy props. We don't need anything really except for ourselves. You don't even need a mat. So this evening, it's Friday the 13th right now. Um, it's kind of been a strange day in Ireland. If you're watching from anywhere else, I presume it's strange all over the world right now. And one of the things that I've noticed happening, not just with me, but with my students, and they've given me this feedback over the last week, is this uncertainty and not knowing. And this is bringing up some fears and anxiety. And in particular, in myself, I would suffer quite a lot with anxiety. I know, who knew? The yoga teacher who's got anxiety. It's quite under control because I've learned techniques of how to control what's going on. And what can happen is that sometimes these anxieties can manifest in a physical sense. I'm not going to go into it because anyone who suffers from this is probably saying, please don't talk about it, because that can bring it on. So I'm here to guide you through a really nice centering that we can all do together. You can be watching this back on a replay, or you can do it with your family, you can do it with your children. Anybody can do this. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need to be fit to do it. So this is the great thing. You don't need anything. You just need to have a breath and your body, and to be present to do it. So I'm sitting on the floor here. I am on a yoga mat, only because my floor is cold. But you don't have to be on a yoga mat to do this. You can sit anywhere, like on your carpet, on a rug, on the floor, wherever. I'm sitting on a cushion as well. It's just like a regular cushion. It's really beautiful, isn't it? My brother's girlfriend designed this cushion, so it's really special to me. So anyway, I'm sitting on a cushion and I've got my legs crossed, and I'm just wearing stretchy pants and a woolly jumper. So you don't need to be wearing like specific yoga clothes, but I do recommend that you don't wear jeans, because sometimes when we wear jeans to come to sit, they just stick into your belly once you sit down, and it can be uncomfortable. So put on pajama bottoms or whatever you've got available. Get nice and comfortable. Yeah, and make any adjustments that you need before we begin. So like I said, you can pause the video and try a couple of different seated positions. You might find that it's difficult to sit in the middle of a room. So I know I'm sitting away from the wall here. I'm really used to this posture and I feel fine in it. But I know for my students, many people do not feel comfortable to sit like this. So just because I'm sitting this way, it doesn't mean you have to. You can be against the wall. You can place a cushion between yourself and the wall. So that's going to give you a little bit of support in the lower back. There's nothing worse than coming to do a meditation or a centering and to feel uncomfortable. And all you can think of is my back, or my jeans are sticking into me, or my phone is beeping. That's the other thing. Silence your phone, put it away for the time being, and just allow yourself to have these few minutes to become centered and calm, and just to be with your breath, really. So when you're ready, come to sit. I'll invite you to close down the eyes for this meditation, but you don't have to. If for any reason you feel closing the eyes isn't for you today, then just find a soft gaze. And I suggest, if your eyes are open, that the gaze is downward and that you're not looking at anything in particular. One of the reasons for closing the eyes is so we don't get distracted. A lot of the time, if I'm practicing, I can start looking around the room if my eyes are open, and then I'm like, oh, what's that? So just to have the eyes closed, you're just really being with yourself, and you can let go of whatever is around you, whatever that might be. So we'll begin. Come to sit comfortably. it's comfortable, close down the eyes and just allow yourself to arrive here in this space, wherever you might be in the world right now, just sitting here with yourself. And begin to take the awareness to the whole world. Start to visualize the globe, that enormous, big world. You might be picturing individual countries or places. Maybe you're looking at it from outer space, so it might just be colours and pieces of land, the sea. And then start to bring the awareness a little bit closer, so to your surrounding area, the place where you live, maybe your village or your community. Just having that awareness, that connection with your community right now. And just notice what feelings are coming up as you start to connect here. And then bring the awareness a little more inward now, so into your home or whatever building you're in right now. First of all, the building as a whole. You might hear sounds, maybe they're coming from just outside or they might be inside of the building. Just observe them and notice them. And then bring that awareness into the four walls that you're in right now. Whatever room you're in. Begin to just notice, without opening your eyes, the light in the room, the temperature of the air on your skin. Anything that might be moving in the room, electrical things or clocks or whatever it might be. Just notice the energy in the room right now. If you're with other people, feel their energy. If you're alone, just notice your own energy. Just check in. Becoming aware without any judgments, just noticing and watching. And bring the awareness a little bit closer now, so to your physical body. Notice your body as you sit here. Notice if there's anything going on, if you're struggling with anything in your physical body, perhaps recovering from illness or injury. Becoming aware of sensations, whatever they might be. Just try not to label them, just being aware. Starting to let go of any judgment on the physical body. Just really being in your body in this moment. And noticing any movements in the body. You might be hearing your heart beating. You might be noticing when you're swallowing, fluids moving around within the body. Maybe you can feel your pulse. Just being really aware of all that's going on inside of your body, even though you're sitting still. Start to notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Watching the rising and the falling without trying to change it in any way. Just being aware, observing. Now begin to follow the flow of the breath as it comes into your body, goes down the back of the throat. Feel your lungs expanding. Maybe your belly will rise. As you breathe out, the breath leaving the body, feeling a softening. With each exhale, a sense of letting go. Don't worry about how you're breathing in. For some of us, it will be through the nose, for others, through the mouth. Just keep watching and observing and being aware of your breath. Following that inhale as it comes into your body and flows down the back of the throat. Start to feel with each inhale the lungs filling up from the bottom right up to the top. Feel your belly rise, the rib cage expand, maybe the chest will lift. And as you breathe out, the chest softens, the ribs go down, and the belly softens. Just knowing when you're breathing in and knowing when you're breathing out. Begin to think about that nourishing breath that you're bringing into your body. Breathing in positivity. And each time you breathe out, can you let go of negativity, of anything that you need to let go of right now. Breathing in fresh oxygen. Imagine it going to every cell in your body, nourishing your physical body, but also nourishing your mind. Each time you breathe out, can you let go a little bit more? Letting go of anything you don't have control of. Continuing to breathe in this way in your own time. Visualizing the flow of the breath. Knowing when you're breathing in. Knowing when you're breathing out. Just becoming aware now of any sensations in the physical body. Just really noticing any energy that you can feel in the body. Bringing that awareness back around to the room that you're in now. And just notice that quietness within yourself. Noticing the calmness, the grounding or the anchoring effect that the breath has on the mind. And know that you have the ability to come back to this at any stage of your life. No matter what's going on in the entire world, you will always have your breath. And it is the most powerful tool that you have. Breath is the force that sustains us from the moment that we're born. From that first inhale, right until our last exhale. It's there with us all of the time. And in your own time, bringing that awareness back now. Blink the eyes open if they're closed. You might want to gently move the fingers and the toes, in particular if you are feeling a little bit stiff. You might have some pins and needles afterwards. So that is a really simple breathing technique that you can do. There is nothing technical or magical about it. It's literally watching your breath. Absolutely anybody can do this. Children, teenagers, adults, everybody can do it, and everybody can bring this into their day-to-day life. I want to thank you all for joining me today for our breathing practice. I'll hopefully get to do another one tomorrow. I've got so many that I want to share with you, and I'm really passionate about the power of breath and pranayama and how we can bring it into our day-to-day lives. So thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.